Taurus, and welcome to Coleman Tarot. My name is A.T. Coleman, and this is your reading for the month of February. Okay, I have shuffled the cards, and here they are. The first one that you have is the Ten of Cups. Yay! Happiness and fulfillment in many areas of your life. That is a wonderful card. Pretty much the best one you can get. Next, we have, right next to it, the Eight of Swords. And this is about fear. This is about being concerned that you're trapped in a situation. So this is about being trapped in fear, and you feel like you can't move, but it's all in your mind. Usually with a blindfold, it's saying that you're not seeing the situation clearly, okay? You feel trapped, but you're not really trapped, okay? Next, you have the Hangman, and this is why you feel trapped. You're waiting for money, or you're waiting for someone to tell you something, the green light or whatever, or you're waiting for a relationship. Usually this is money or jobs that you're waiting for, okay? So you're waiting. And the reason that you have to wait is so you can get a new perspective. And that's like this. You're blinded, okay? Your perspective is not accurate. So you are being forced to wait so that you can see the true whatever's really happening around you, okay? The true picture. Now, the next one you have after that, these are the four main focuses of the month, okay? Then you have this card. Now, this card can mean the end of something when it's like this, okay? It means an ending to a relationship, or an ending to like a friendship, or an ending to a situation where you're like, it's definitely over. There's like no question. It's completely over. But when it's like this, it's telling me something different, which is that you have all of these earthly concerns, and it's saying to rise above it. Okay, rise above it and think about the spiritual side, think about the psychological side, think about what the big picture is. Like, what's the big picture above all of these earthly concerns that are poking you in the back? I can tell they're poking you in the back because the card for what is the main focus of the month, you have this one here, which is, again, fear. The Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords are both about being afraid. And usually they're just fears that are in your mind. They're not real. This one's about nightmares. This one's about nightmares, and this one's about fear. And with this one as well, I mean, this one's about rising above it and things like that. But with all of these swords happening, I feel like someone out there, and this is not for everyone, but someone out there is having surgery, and they're really scared about it, and they're really worried about it. And the thing is, number one, being afraid and being worried is not going to make it any better or worse. It's just adding extra stress onto your body, okay? And number two, everything happens, I know this, everyone hates the saying, but everything does happen for a reason. And a lot of these things, like surgery or getting into a relationship or breaking up with someone, they all teach important lessons, okay? And one of the main lessons is just to be grateful for your health and to be grateful for every moment that you have with other people. But look what else you have. You have complete happiness and bliss and fulfillment, okay? So I don't really think that you have a lot to be scared of. I think a lot of it is just in your mind. So I would just recommend that you just go with the flow and realize that everything's going to be teaching you an important lesson that apparently you need to have at this point, okay? Now, you also have the King of Pentacles, which is about money coming and being in charge of your money and things like that. So if it's worry about money and things like that, I would, again, you're worrying for nothing because you have the King of Pentacles. All right, and this is about you being in charge of money or someone giving you money. Then you have over here the Two of Rods, which is about making an important decision. And you're going to say, well, if I go this way, I might be screwed. If I go that way, I might be screwed. But the thing is, you're not. You're learning lessons, and you're going through and you're making choices. And it looks like everything's turning out great anyway. So I think a lot of this fear you got to let go, okay? You got to let go of fear because you have a money card here, you have a blissful card here, and then you have this, you have the power. This is you with your little sphere of power. So if you choose this, you're going to be fine. If you choose this, you're going to be fine. It's all about how you see things. And are you going to see things like this and like this and like this and like this? Or are you going to rise above it and see things like this? Okay, here you have people that are being loving and happy, and you have all this fulfillment. So I feel like to wrap it up, this month is all about getting over your fears and not being afraid of things. A lot of these fears are just in your mind, okay? A lot of these fears are just things that are not going to happen. So you need to get over your fear and realize that you make the decisions. You have the power, you make the decisions, and you have this money card coming, and you have this bliss card coming. So I think a lot of those fears are just in your mind, and you don't need to have them. Now, I'm going to give you a spiritual card, and it is rejoice. Rejoice in celebration. Okay? So you really don't have any reason to be afraid because you have this card, and then you have the other happiness card. So let all of those fears go and just go with the flow and say everything's going to turn out just fine. Okay? Have a great month. Bye.